First of all, welcome to Tranmere Rovers. How does it feel to be here at Prenton Park, where your father obviously once graced the turf as our first ever black player?
I'm to tell you, I'm so excited. It came with a mixed feelings. I'm excited, I'm emotional, but I would say it's a historic moment for me.
Fantastic, yeah. What did your father tell you about his time here at Tranmere Rovers?
My father told me, how cold it was out here, and how they couldn't pronounce his name, surname Onyeali, and they called him Al, and how he told me if I have the ball, I cannot miss the net.
Yeah, he definitely couldn't. 9 goals in 16 games, wasn't it? So he was quite prolific during the short time here. And he was, of course, our first black player and one of the first Nigerians to play football in this country. How proud does that make you feel?
It makes me so proud because it's all over on the internet. He's also the first professional Nigerian football player to be from England to play games for Nigeria. So he has been making breaking records. The 4 goals he scored for Nigeria, 63 years his goal has not been beaten. It took 32 years for Rashidi Yekini to equal the goals in 1991. And another 31 years for Victor Osimhen of Napoli to score another 4 goals. In Nigeria today, nobody has beaten the record. So I'm happy that he's the first black to play in Tranmere Rovers, and he's still the first black.
Fantastic, yeah. So, how big of a part of his career was his short time here at Tranmere Rovers?
Definitely, I would tell you, the Tranmere Rovers made him be known in the world go. He had started playing football as a young child, as a lad. He played in secondary school, he played for Nigeria Red Devils. So when he came to school in England, he had to be moved by his passion to still play. So his short time in England made him to be open to a professional league. Tranmere Rovers gave him that chance.
Yeah.
We are happy with him. However, he didn't play long, but he made his impute.
Definitely, he did make his input, and it was a big one. So tell us a little bit then about your foundation, why you started the Elkanah Onyeali Care Foundation in your father's name.
Okay, truthfully speaking, my father was born in 7th June 1938, and he died in 2008. He died in 11th of August, and 10 years after, we gathered together as a family and said, okay, what do we do? This man who has given his life to community service. I grew up with my dad as a community leader, not even in the football, not even being a coach. He has been managing people. That's what he knows to do. So when he died after 10 years, we now came together. In fact, it is a monumental to let you know that this foundation was officially registered on the 7th of June 2018, 10 years after his demise, and that was the day he was born, 7th June 1938. So we came up and said, okay, we need to immortalize him because he is our legend. He is the Nigerian's legend. He's Tranmere Rovers' legend. Yeah. So the world needs to, his name doesn't be swept under the carpet. And we said, no, we have to have this foundation because it was right what he wanted to, look for talents, hunt for hidden talents, because he himself is a product of secondary school talent. He was discovered from secondary school football games. So while he was there, while he was coaching people, he made it quite something he should be doing, to be going after people in the rural areas, and he discovered some. So when he died, when I said, no, we can't let this go, we have goals, we have to keep this afloat. The foundation also does some other things too. There is a water in his name, a table water in my father's name, called Kana Awa. Yes, it serves the locality where that, so we actually want, anyhow, the name could ring bell, because this is a name, this is a man who devoted his time to community service. So then that's how we have to have the foundation, and we had played so many matches. Apart from the charity aspect, it has an offshoot of the foundation, which is a Elkanah Onyeali Football Academy, where we are telling you we have 32 young youths that plays there, and our presence covers like 3 southern estates. We have been mentioned in more than 2,000 times in media prints, in televisions, in radio,
Yeah.
what the foundation does, and even the academy. So this man's name, who is my father, has to be immortalized in any way we can.
Yeah.
I think it was, and I know it was one of his last wishes
Yeah.
to see that this young youth wears the badge of Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah. Yeah. He would be so proud now. Like, what would it mean, do you think, to your father now to know of our partnership with Tranmere Rovers and with the foundation? How proud would that make him?
I'm telling you, he's gonna be proud, so proud, because he never stops talking about Tranmere Rovers and his teammates in Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah.
I'm emotional now. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. It's a big part of his life, wasn't it? So, what was your reaction when you first heard that Tranmere Rovers and the community wanted to partner with your foundation?
I felt like finally the letter he has written to Tranmere Rovers, we couldn't know where. I had personally, tried to Google Tranmere Rovers. I had followed Tranmere. If you don't noticed it, I followed Tranmere Rovers for a long time on my personal page on Facebook, our foundation page. But when Tranmere Rovers in the community followed us, I said, wow, this could be providence at what? Anyway, but akin to what it should be, we are happy that you people partnered with us. We saw it Black History Day, and I tell you, my dad had this wish, sincerely speaking, to come to Tranmere Rovers in October 1st. I think that's the Black History Day,
Yeah.
to any of the October 1st, and the novelty match be played on his behalf with his family, and the Tranmere Rovers to see the first black that played for them.
Yeah.
But he's not here. I don't know how possible it is for my family to come and they see the family, because I have family. I have my mother's there. So all of us, they just come around and see where their father and the husband play football. I think it will be nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah. And what does it mean to your family, and what would it mean to your dad? Obviously, to know that you're here at Prenton Park now and you'll be here tomorrow for the Newport County match.
They're keeping in touch. I told you, it's a historic event. Because my father, one of his 16 appearances was against Newport County, and tomorrow I'm going to watch a match with Newport County.
Yeah.
So it's not a coincidence. It's something that had been predetermined by Providence.
Yeah, it's meant to be, definitely. Yeah. So, what have you learned so far by talking to Tony so far? What have you learned from your father's time here that you didn't know already?
Okay, Tony told me I'm glad to see me, Tony, and hear from him where my dad lived at Beckenham here. The lady that was taking care of them, how he was faring. You cooked eggs for him and his black chocolate, and that he comes to field early. That he's speedy enough that he could pass the ball from the winger. So he told me a lot of things. I could tell you that I have some things in my box that I'm going home with. I'm going to tell them about my dad's stay in Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah, definitely. Some new stories. So how will it feel tomorrow, finally, then, to come here for a match at the same place where your father spent some of the best days of his career playing against the same team he played against? How will that feel tomorrow?
I would say it's one of the exciting moments for me. And if my family were to be here, they feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel. I'm feeling right now, and I'm going to feel more tomorrow.
Yeah.